Welcome back to the Charged Up podcast. My name's Dan. Thanks so much for watching. Got a very interesting clip from the Chargers Unleashed podcast where Brett Coleman makes a very, let's just say, interesting prediction. Now, before we do get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. So the Chargers Unleashed podcast posted, come for the Brett Coleman prediction, stay for the Sam Monson appreciation. Now, for those of you who don't know Sam Monson or don't remember what he said, he actually was the one person who casted a ballot for Justin Herbert to be last year's MVP. As much as I appreciate the love being shown towards Justin Herbert, who I think gets way too much heat, I don't agree. Personally, Sam Darnold was the rightful winner. But it's very interesting to think what Justin Herbert, or what kind of season Justin Herbert could have with a healthy offensive line, and Brett Coleman thinks that Justin Herbert could be the MVP. So let's have a listen to his prediction, and then we'll talk about it after like usual.
If the offensive line is healthy, Justin Herbert's winning MVP.
Ooh.
That's what we're talking about here. Maureen Hampton's going for 1,400 yards.
Wow.
Lad McConkey's getting 1,100 to 1,200. Oronde Gadsden's getting 900.
By the way, I also made another video earlier talking about Trey Harris's future, and I also mentioned if the offensive line is healthy, he's going to benefit a lot from it too. How many yards do you think he gets next year? 750, 600. Do you think he breaks 1,000 as well? My prediction, I'm going to go with 750. That's a nice second-year guy. He'll probably be the number 3 receiver this year. I think that's fair. Let me know in the comment section what you think.
Justin's probably going to have, I would say, I don't want to put like a 40 to 50 touchdowns. He's having north of 30 touchdowns and probably 5 or fewer picks if this offensive line is healthy. And he will win a lot of games because of it, because the defense is still going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking 13 win territory, 1 seed territory, Justin MVP territory. That's what we're looking at.
Somewhere Sam Monson is standing up, giving Brett Coleman a standing ovation.
I saw him at the combine, by the way. Yeah. I saw Sam at the combine. First words, I was like, "Thank you for fighting a good fight." Took one for the team there,
yes,
Sam.
He did.
Appreciate you.
Yes, he did.
Man, that blowback was crazy. And then you see what happened.
So, and also just to say, Sam Monson did get a lot of pushback. A lot of people ripped him a new one for voting for Justin Herbert. Now, to defend Herbert, like I always do, the O-line was so bad, and the offense at times couldn't do anything. I can't think of another quarterback in the league who could have taken a team like that with so many injuries, both running backs hurt. A completely new look O-line. Even some of the backups were hurt. And he still found a way to drag that team into the playoffs with an 11-6 record. Beat the high-powered Dallas Cowboys offense. I know their defense isn't great. Well, it wasn't great at all. I think it's going to change this year, but still got the win. Their offense was rolling that game. You know why? Because they couldn't get to Justin Herbert. Their pass rush was really bad. So what did Justin Herbert do? He torched the Cowboys. Helped beat the Eagles, which was a crazy game. I mean, Jalen Hurts kind of helped us too. Beat the Chiefs twice. He's 3-0 against Bo Nix. I mean, I know the guy, I think he was like 9th in passing yards last year, but he was unreal. Guys play stiff-arming people with a broken hand. He's probably the toughest guy in the league. And this year, again, if that offensive line is healthy, I think Brett Coleman is right. I think you're going to see an MVP season out of Justin Herbert. And a lot of people were actually talking about that early last year before Joe Alt got hurt. And then he gets hurt, and our backups get hurt, and it's, oh my God. It was just a nightmare.
Dude, the blowback was crazy, but also, the 2 people that voted for Josh Allen did, never emerged. Nobody ever came forward.
After they saw that, they're like, I'm not saying.
They're like, I'm not
Josh
saying
Allen. Yeah.
Shit. You couldn't waterboard that out of me.
Yeah, I mean, The blowback was a little bit unfair for Sam Monson, but I also do agree that Sam Darnold was the MVP last year. However, I do gotta give Justin Herbert a lot of credit. Like I said, he put that team on his back, and he got us into the playoffs. And I know he's 0-3 in the playoffs, and yada da da da. I get it. 27-0 up against the Jags. Yeah, go back and watch the game. Watch the play calling in the second half from the Chargers. That's not on Justin Herbert. It was his second year. Go watch the play calling. I think Michael Lombardi or some shit was our offensive coordinator, whoever it was. And then Staley was our head coach. He's one of the worst head coaches I've ever seen. That ain't all on Justin Herbert. It's a little bit on him. Same with the Texans one and the Patriots one. But he hasn't had an offensive line going into the playoffs. Can you name me any other quarterback who wins playoff games with no O-line? Who can even make the playoffs having the worst offensive line in football? No team with the worst offensive line or one of the worst I think they were 31st total in terms of run and pass block, but they were the worst in pass blocking. Can you name me a team who's won playoff games or even one playoff game with that kind of or the lack of offensive lineman help in terms of pass protection? They were awful. Anyone who was a decent pass rusher for the Patriots blew up our whole line. Not to mention, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson from the Texans the year before. Good Lord. Now, to be fair, Slater and Alt were both healthy. Alt was a rookie, give him a pass. Slater didn't have a great game, but the interior of our offensive line sucked. It should not suck this year. Massive upgrade from Bozeman to Biotish. And in my opinion, I think Slaughter's going to be an upgrade from Zion. Zion got way too much money from the Browns. Let him go. Who cares? But if this line, with the depth we have, if they can stay healthy, they can go into a bunch of big formations. You're going to see a lot of 23, 32. You'll still see a lot of 10, 11, and 13, and probably even 12 and 21. But you're going to see a lot of different formations, a lot of different heavy sets where there are depth offensive linemen can come in there for some extra blocking if needed. Greg Roman got to that a little bit last year. He didn't go to it enough, I don't think. But in the end, Greg Roman's gone. Offensive line should be healthy. We got some depth. We got some upgrades. Got a nice speedy receiver, a nice running back in free agency. Defense should still be really good. Mesidor, Mack, Thule, all rushing the quarterback. Derwin James blitzing from the nickel position or even up into the box. Lots of things you can do. They can disguise things. Chris O'Leary is going to be a very good defensive coordinator, I think. But either way, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know in the comments section, can Justin Herbert, under this offensive-minded coordinator, or offensive coordinator who's obviously he's offensive-minded, but he's a very creative offensive mind. With a healthy offensive line, with healthy weapons, I think this team can go a very far way.